This week we had an author visit our school. His name was Greg Trine. He talked about his series and how he became an author. Our week was very exciting.
Two math tests, and we also had a debate on if Rob's dad was friendly or not. We did our realistic fiction stories, and an author came to our school. I finished typing my realistic fiction story.
We did a math test. Also on Tuesday, an author named Greg Trine came to visit. Bye, have a good weekend.
We had a math test. I think I'm almost done with my realistic fiction story. This week we had an author come. His newest book was called Will We Make It?
This week we had a famous author come in. He showed us some of his books, and we had collage and art today. And I just had a test. That's all for this week.
This week we did a debate. We also had Greg Trine, the author, come in, and we had a math test this week.
We had a birthday this week. I wonder who it was. We, some of us, are typing our realistic stories. We also did our math and spelling tests. Well, by the time you're watching this. YOLO!
This week we got a visit from Greg Trine, and he's an author. He wrote Will You Make It and also wrote for High Fives. And yesterday we had a preview test that was our week.
Whenever you're ready.
This week we did a debate on Tiger Rising. We had an author visit, Greg Trine. His book was called Will We Make It? Have a good week.
We had a debate this week about if Rob's father was caring or not. We have a math test today. We had an author come and visit us. That was awesome.
This week was really great. Today we're going to have a math test. Later today we're also going to start composting with the second and the third graders. We had a debate yesterday about whether or not Rob's dad is nice or not nice. We used the book Tiger Rising. We also talked about lines of symmetry in math. We've been finishing off our realistic fiction stories and typing them. And we also had an author visit from Greg Trine. He talked about his latest book, Will He Make It in Space? And he also talked about Joe Schmo and one other book, I forget it.
Good.
We worked on a lot of stuff. Like in math, we worked on in and out boxes. In writing, we were getting finished up with our realistic fiction stories and starting to type them on computers. Lastly, we did a debate on if Rob's dad is nice or not in the book Tiger Rising.
First, that thing that we did this week was we had a debate from Tiger Rising to see if Rob's dad was kind or not kind. And we're having a math test right now in there. And for Tiger, and we had an author visit from Greg Trine. His newest book is called Will We Make It?
Rob's dad is caring because he helps Rob's dad Rob's dad helps him when he has to get up for work.
And
What part of the book is that? You gotta find your evidence.
And he gave him coffee, which my mom would never let me do. Once for my work, that
Let's see on page. I'm gonna go to number 32. 31, I mean. 31.
Page 2, he gives Rob advice. And page 26, he asks his Rob.
tiger, a real life, very large tiger, pacing back and forth. He was orange and gold and so bright. It was like staring at the sun itself.
One where
No, that's because he had a letter from the principal.
Yes.
it's all because he has a letter.
That's and because remember Rob's dad wanted to get a letter. It's not contagious, so he can stay home. So he could until he go back to school.
A good grade at the end of school.
No, until he gets like the medicine to go back to school.
Yeah.
Stop crying. The great heaven saw that his chest was stuck hurt. His father, watching him standing beside him, had started to cry too. They were both dressed in suits that day. His father's suit was too small, and when
We're finishing up realistic fiction stories. We started collages in art class. Have a nice weekend.
For Tiger Rising. One for Dad is caring, and one for Rob's dad is caring, and one for Rob's dad is not caring.
This week we talked about endings in our realistic fiction stories. Also today is our math test. Also we had a debate in reading yesterday. Have a good weekend.
It was an awesome week. We had our debate on Tiger Rising. It was funny. It was like we were in court. We have our realistic fiction stories too. I'm on the 5th page. In art, we are doing collages. We had an author visit with Greg Trine. Have a nice weekend.
We had a math and spelling test. We had a debate about Rod's dad, if he was kind or not. And we went to court. It was a really fun week.
Today we are having a math test and spelling test. And we had a debate about if Rob's dad is nice or not. We also caught up on our realistic fiction stories, and we had the author Greg Tyne visit.